Hello and welcome back to WK Stars Basketball Weekly. I'm Dan Sheppard once again, sitting in with the coach of the Stars, Daniel Potts. Coach, tell us about last week.
Well, we played Mid-South Community College last week, and they're a really good team. I mean, they were coming in. They were, I believe, 6-4. Had a lot of talent. They put a lot of people. Very athletic. You know, obviously taller at each spot than us. So, they were a good team. We knew we had our hands full, and we played a really good first half. You know, we played a really good first half. We played together as a team the first half.
Probably one of the best team play
we were making the extra passes
all year in the first half.
Yeah, we were making the extra passes. We had guys congratulating each other. Our bench was into it. Things that we've been stressing all year long. And then, you know, I don't know what happened in the second half there, but we kind of wanted to start doing our own way. We were on 3-on-1 breaks, and people were standing in the corners wide open for threes. And you know, I remember a crucial point in the game where we were down by, I believe 7, and we were chipping away at the run, and we had a 3-on-1 break, and we tried to go up for a little layup, a contested layup, and didn't even draw iron, and the defense was back when we had 2 guys open in the corners, and they would have knocked that thing down because I feel confident in Tarkus and Donald, and we could have cut that thing to 4 and had some momentum going our way. But you know, the guys are still creating that chemistry. They've only been together since August. I know I keep saying that, but they are finally coming together and creating that chemistry. And you know, we're going to have a great second half part of the season this year.
I think so. What about injury report? How's Blake Houston doing?
Blake, his ankle's still a little rough, man. I mean, it's a lot worse than even what we thought. When the doctors told us 5 to 7 days, and I saw a big baseball on his ankle, I knew there was going to be a little bit longer, and he's still on crutches to this day, and so I don't know how long, you know, that this break will help him. Our Christmas break will help him get that thing healthy, and if he takes care of it like he should, which I know he will, he should be ready to, you know, probably rock by January. Hopefully we can get him by John A. Logue game next Friday, but I don't. That's not very likely.
Everybody else healthy?
Everybody's still healthy for the most part, yeah. We have still bumps and bruises from practices and things like that. We have some tough practices, but yeah, for the most part, everybody's healthy. You know, we've had finals week this week, so we didn't have any games necessarily from Monday to Thursday. I wanted the kids to really hunker down on their studies and get that done, and then Saturday we go to Cradle Ridge and get us a win.
Right. All right, Coach. When we come back, we're going to be talking about that Mid-South game. You are watching WK Stars Basketball Weekly. Welcome back to WK Stars Basketball Weekly. Dan Sheppard sitting here with Coach Potts. Coach, last Saturday, Mid-South came to town out of West Memphis, Arkansas, and those guys were pretty athletic, like you're saying. And I've complained since I've sat here about coming off to a slow start. This time we did pretty well.
We still came off to a slow start. I believe it started out on a 7-2, 9-2 run, something like that. But you know, for some reason, I don't know why we start out so slow, but we're gonna have to change that. So we got to change it quick because we got some next 3 games we got are some great teams, you know, coming in, or that we have to go there and play.
Yes,
so we got to get out to a great start against those guys.
Right. We've got some highlights of that game. I think we're gonna see. There they are.
Yeah, they ran the press on us the first half, and I think we handled the press very, very well, and they actually had to get out of it and didn't even run second. I was hoping the second half they'd run it more so we could get some layups.
I've been saying all along you guys do well when teams press you.
Yeah.
If I were watching the show and seeing this, I would certainly not press you.
Right. But he started off hot this game.
Yeah.
He started off hot. I think he hit his 3 out of 4 within maybe the first 5 minutes of the ball game there. But didn't do too much else after that.
He pretty much single-handedly caused Mid-South to want to call a timeout here in a moment, too.
Yeah. We still got to get B. You know, is he shooting great on the year? Yeah, he is. But we still need him driving. Look at his body right there.
Right.
Yeah, we look at E-Man sealing that guy up right there. That's a great job, great shot by Don in the corner. E-Man sealing up over there on the right.
He's absolutely sealing up. And
He's
Ben, right here, Mike could have hit him there since he had his guy sealed on his back when you reverse the ball like that.
Sure did. That's what we were doing in the first half. You know, we were moving the ball around the perimeter, popping it around, not hesitating, finding open shooters.
So much better as a team when you swing that ball around.
Get that defense work to move. And there he is again, top of the key. I think that's one thing of our strong points. You know, we might be a little lack of height, so to speak, but we do got some ball handlers, and it's tough.
Right
it's tough for great post up. Tough for people to press us. They had some big, strong, athletic guy like number 5 right there. He's a hoss.
Monster.
Tarkus played a really good game, number 21 right there.
I thought he played his best game of the year.
For sure.
In fact.
For sure. I think he wound up with 19 points. That was his game. You know,
he just seemed to really come out of his shell. I was like, where has this guy been all year? Because he was slashing through. He could pull up and shoot the jumper. That just hasn't been there for him.
The last 2 or 3 weeks, Tarkus has really bought into the system. He's really matured as a young man in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and has bought into the system, and even in practices and things like that, he's done a great job the last 2 or 3 weeks, and the results are you know, coming along. I believe the last 3 games he's averaging around, I think, 11 or 12 points a ball game, and you know, obviously before those last 3 ball games, he was pretty much non-existent. Proud of that young man.
Right here, I like this about Chase Clark. He loses the ball.
Gets back on
it's so
D.
easy to get frustrated and commit a foul right there.
Right.
And he gets the ball right back and takes it down to the other end.
Right. That is one thing about Chase. Even in practice, if Chase makes a turnover in practice, by God, he's hustling his tail back to try to make that guy miss and without fouling. I mean, it's not like he puts his head down when he makes a mistake and you know, make it be 2 mistakes, kind of, so to speak, right there. That's a great shot, but Tarkus, that's one thing Tarkus can do, guys. He's really a great offensive player. Like I said, he showed it this ball game right here, and he's a really great shooter. I mean, ask some of our guys in practice. He dominates practices. Some practices, I mean, he'll hit 5 straight threes and just dominate them. And I'll be honest with y'all, I don't know if we got a guy on the team that can stop him one-on-one. And he proves it every day in practice.
That's a great shot right there. If you got somebody who can stop on a full run like that and shoot, that is hard to stop.
Yeah, hard to defend right there. Got to find him quick. We got to fire out to that shooter. Number 14 was a shooter. We got to get to him quicker. Good. I think we were down by 1 at that point in time with about 9 minutes ago, 26-27. Great charge with Jay Lee. Way to get set. Way to beat him to the spot right there. Way to take one for your team. Kind of still stagnant in our offense. We're kind of not knowing exactly what we're doing right there. Chase got to get that ball right there and be a leader and get all 5 guys on the same page.
Right. It looks like you got one guy with the ball who's moving, and the rest of the guys are just kind of standing there waiting for the play to develop. It's a great look.
They just had a misassignment right there. Good head up by Jay Lee right there. Easy 2 for Mr. Hughes.
step right there. You've got to wait for the defense to stop you, and he
commit
never
to you.
came and
That's
stopped
right.
you, so he just
Go
took
over
it
that
all
each
in.
day in practice with our trace drills. We'll keep battling Mr. Lee. Way to finish. He had a good game this game, you know. We'll see him on the show here in a little bit with a player interview, but he had 24 points this game and around 8 or 9 rebounds. He's averaging a double-double for us this year. He's really been a great offensive threat for us. Move. That's one thing Tarkus did the first half that I didn't like what he did. I think he had 13 points the first half, and it's mostly off drives and layups.
Yeah.
And the second half, he kind of settled for that
Right.
three a little bit more than he did. And I told him, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If they can't stop you off the drive,
Right.
my gosh, keep going at them. Good seal up by Jay right there. He keeps working. Good bounce pass in there by Mr. Overstreet. And that's 2 points for Mr. Lee all day long. You know, he's our main option in our offense. Everybody knows that. Anybody scouting us knows that.
Right.
And I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all right there, Mr. Lee, bringing that ball up the court. Feel very confident with him
It's coast to coast.
bringing that ball up the court right there.
All right, it's halftime here. You're down 5. We're sitting there on the crew. We're feeling good, expecting good things to come. Seems like you're right there on the cusp of winning this game.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And we were, I believe, we were in the ball game until probably like the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Right.
I mean, I think we were down by 7 with 3 minutes to go in the ball game, and then we just, you know, with this team chemistry and first time they've played with each other. You know, it's hard to get a win when you've only been with each other for 4 months, but and do all the little things when it comes down to crunch time.
Right.
Great move by Kev right here.
It is a great move, but he couldn't have had that without Jay Lee
Sealing
off his man right there,
That's
too.
exactly right. That's what Kev's got to do. Kev's not the greatest shooter in the world. He's got to be a penetrator. Got to be a penetrator. Make them guys know that he is at least an offensive threat, or at least penetrate, draw 2 or 3 guys to you, and then make that extra pass.
I think he's been coming along well,
He has.
too,
He has.
the last few games.
He's always been our defensive guy, our junk guy, so to speak, that does all the little things right and never complains in practice. E-Man sealed right there just a little bit too early. It's another one that's getting better each and every practice, each and every game. Emmanuel Abbott, look at him right there. Look at that.
That's
Look at that
perfect
seal.
right there.
Easy
I wish
two.
he could have held him back a little farther. He lunged out to the ball.
That was absolutely perfect. Look where he the timing's also on that
Right.
pass right there. That's what
Yeah.
perfect timing.
Yeah.
And instead of jumping for that ball, when Tarkus threw that ball to him, he needs to keep sealing his man
Right,
back instead of.
right.
And when he jumped, that
Yeah.
guy pushed him just a little bit farther
Exactly.
in.
That's what if he could have held him back
Yeah,
into the goal.
but
It'd
that
been a little
young
easier
man-
for him.
Yeah, that
He
young
still made
man's
it look
learning.
easy.
Golly, he's learning. And I mean, I came in here on Sunday to do a little laundry, and guess who's in there shooting? Emmanuel Abbott. And no telling how long he's been in there because he looked like he had a good sweat going. That's great defense
Yeah.
right there. You know, the thing about that part on a defensive end right there, everybody was fired up after that play.
Right.
Even the bench
Right.
exploded off the bench. And congratulating our guys with high fives and things of that nature.
That steal right there, amazing.
Nice.
Sees the floor so well too.
Yeah. He does. He's always got his head up. Great pass right there. Tarkus with the easy finish. I do believe next year, maybe even next semester, Mr. Hughes right there be jamming that thing.
I was going to ask about that.
Oh, he can get him down.
I know he's wanting to throw it down right there.
He can get him down.
He's playing it safe.
I know you came in there the other day and our guys are messing around after practice a little bit, doing a little dunk contest and having a little fun. It's good to see some smiles on some faces after.
I even got an assist to Jermaine Lee.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
It was after work hours, though, so Tom, don't.
That's right.
Don't get on
That's
to
right.
that.
That's a promise. That's a promise. Good take, Donald.
Another good seal out there by Jay Lee, though.
Yeah. Yep. Got it within 9 right here with 3:50 something to go in the ball game. That's a little bit of momentum on our side, and I told it, like I said, against these good teams, against these Division I JUCOs, we're going to have to keep the game in the 70s. Going to have to have a shot at the end right there. Going to have to keep the game in the 70s.
Especially on this team, which is averaging, what, in
92,
the 90s?
92 a ball game. Good take by Tart. See, nobody stopped him. Nobody could stop him if he took the ball to the hole. There was about 3 or 4 threes he took this ball game where I wish he would have went to the hole. Good back door by Chase.
So smart. He's such a smart player.
He has got a very great IQ for the game. Great IQ for the game.
Another good trap out there.
What people don't realize is there's only 28 seconds and we're down 15 and our kids are still playing hard right here. That's kudos to them. Playing to the end of that ball game right there. Again, a couple guys that I thought had some really good games was Tarkashoes.
Oh,
he came out, had a really good ball game. I think he almost even had 3 or 4 deflections as well, getting his hand on some passes with that length. What people don't realize is how lengthy that kid is. And he can be a defensive threat for us in our 2-3 zone and in our man defenses.
Right.
And Jay Lee had a good ball game. I mean, Jay Lee's been playing well as a great. He's been playing very consistent for sure the last 6 or 7 games and being what we need him to be on the offensive end. I would still like for him to step it up on the defensive end a little bit more, get some more box outs, and I'm challenging him every day. I want that kid to be perfect. And I know that kid can make it to a 4-year school, and that's my job to get him better and challenge him each and every day, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Right. Well, I hope so. And you got a tough schedule coming up for him.
Yes, we sure do. Sure do. He gets to prove himself real quick, don't he?
Yeah. All right, Coach. That was Mid-South Community College. When we come back, we've got some player interviews for you. You are watching WK Stars Basketball Weekly. Welcome back to WK Stars Basketball Weekly. I'm Dan Sheppard, and sitting with me now is Jermaine Lee. Jermaine Lee is a sophomore here at West Kentucky. Played basketball at Fern Creek and over at Christian County. Got him a state championship for the for the Colonels there in Christian County over in Hopkinsville. Jermaine, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about Jermaine Lee.
Just a normal kid trying to make it in life. I'm trying to get to the next level.
Right. Speaking of that next level, Coach Potts tells me that you've got an NBA player that you like to mimic. Who's that player that you look up to?
I like LeBron and Carmelo.
I'm not going to hold that against you, I don't guess.
Yeah. I like the way they get to the rim. That's how I play. I try to play like that sometimes when I can.
Right. Who's been the most positive influence in your life?
I had to say my grandmother, because no matter what I do, she's always there to support me. Even if it's something she don't like, she still wants me to do what I want to do in life if it don't affect me like personally or get me in trouble.
She able to watch your games?
Yeah, she comes to a few games and she watches all the home games online.
Nice. Glad we can do that for you. What's your role on this year's team, and what do you think you could do I mean, this semester is pretty much over. What can you do with that role going into the next semester?
My role on this team really this year is to be the big man because we're undersized. So I try to be the presence in the middle that we need. And it's just sometimes it don't always work out the best well, but I try my best of my ability. And going into the semester, I just want to finish hard. You know what I'm saying? Like get the team on the same page as me, so we can start rolling out some wins.
Right, right. And I think you do an excellent job as that big man, even though that's not necessarily your natural ability. You're really got more skills, you know, small forward, but I think you're doing a great job with that. Tell me about Coach Potts and his practices. What are they like?
The practices, they nice. I like them. When you back tug though, be ready to hit that line. That's the only bad thing about it.
All right. So what in those practices and the games come? You got in the next, let's say 3 games. What are some things you guys need to do to get you back on track?
I think we need to lock down on defense, make our shots, not turn the ball over. Just simple things that are keys to winning basketball games that we all should know.
All right, and then Coach Potts also told me you've got a favorite memory so far this year. What's that about?
I don't know if it's my funniest memory. We was in practice one time and somebody missed a shot. It came off the rim perfect. Caught it with 2 hands on Kevin's head. Yeah.
I know that feeling. I've felt that
Great
twice in my lifetime. Twice. I can still remember those way back, like long time ago. But anyway, Coach Potts not Coach Potts. Next we got Ben Dordoye coming up next on WK Stars.
Benjamin Dordoye.
That's right. He's getting ready to come up. You're watching WK Stars Basketball Weekly. Welcome back to WK Stars Basketball Weekly. I'm Dan Sheppard, and with me now is one of my favorite stars, Ben Dordoye. Ben, welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about Ben Dordoye.
My name is Jermaine Benjamin Dordoye.
Right. See, I thought you were Ben this whole time.
Yeah, my parents gave me that middle name because a lot of people struggle with Jermaine, so Benjamin was much easier for people to call me that. But
where are your parents from?
My parents is from Haiti, actually. My mom's from the Bahamas and my dad is from Haiti. And I was born and raised in Miami, Florida.
Right. And how in the world did you get here?
My oldest brother, believe it or not, he actually played up here at West Kentucky. He was a point guard, big point guard. Yeah, so his name is Matthew Dordoye.
So what happened to you?
Well, he was a little bit taller than me, just a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Where do you see yourself? Goodness, you've come a long way, but where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
5 years, I see myself, being in the force. My major is criminal justice, so I always wanted to be an FBI and get in the force and do those type of stuff.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. You're one of the guys who've been with this basketball team the longest. What have you learned from Coach Potts through that time?
That's a great guy. I can tell you that hands down. He's a great guy. He taught me how to take care of the important things first. My first year when I was here, it was all like, I don't care. whatever. But you know, he taught me how, you know, to take care of the serious things first before anything else. So, you know, that's one thing I got out of him, and you know, and I appreciate that.
Right, right. And serious things. You're a guy I always see. You always got a smile on your face, and that's good to see. What's your role on this year's team?
Well, this year, Coach and I, you know, as I see myself, a role on this team is, you know, to be a leader, to lead this team. And, you know, I have an idea what Coach want out of these players, so he expect me to push these kids and, you know, to force them to go the right direction, you know, and to lead them and to lead by example.
Right, and I understand you've got a favorite quote that you would like to share with us.
My favorite quote, I will never forget this. It always stuck in my head because he used to repeat it every single time this summer. You know, he says, pain is weakness leading to the body. So, you know, when you're tired, you got to keep going, keep pushing yourself. When you feel like you can't go no more, that's when you go that extra mile. Right. And I liked that one because, you know, it is true. You know, no matter how bad it hurts, you're still going to make it through. You ain't going to die. So
right, right.
I always remember that.
Ben, I have enjoyed having you on the show. Thanks a lot. This week, the Stars travel down to Crowley Ridge on Saturday the 13th. And then next week, we've got Shawnee. They've got to travel up to Shawnee on Tuesday the 16th. Hope to see you guys there, make those trips. You have been watching WK Stars Basketball Weekly.